By the powers vested in me, I hereby declare the Netcare Education Virtual Graduation Ceremony officially open. Ladies and gentlemen, Netcare Education would like to observe a moment of silence in the memory of our fallen heroes who have lost their lives during the COVID-19 pandemic. A special remembrance to our graduates, Michelle Singh, from the Advanced Diploma in Critical Care student from the KZN campus, Shamima Muidin, a unit manager from the Netcare Blauberg Hospital, on the management development programs for the Western Cape. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. It now gives me pleasure to invite the Western Cape students to do an official South African welcome. Welcome, students.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, honored guests. A warm welcome to Netcare Education's virtual graduation for the classes of 2020 and 2021. Thank you.
Goeiemorgen, dames en heren. Geëerde gasten. Een warm welkom bij Netcare Education se virtuele graadpligtigheid vir die klasse van 2020 en 2021.
Molweni manene, nani namkhazi, dia namkela, sikutwalo, sitanga, no 2020 no 2021, inkosi kakhulu.
Sanibonani nonke. Ngiyanamukela ke namhlanje kulomsitho ongaka wakwa Netcare ukuzobungaza ukwenza kahle kwabafundi neqhaza elibandwa ngothishala nabaphathi bonke bezikhungo zokufunda kulonyaka ka2020 no 2021. Ngiyabonga.
Asubuhi mwema kwa wanawake na wanaume na wageni waheshimiwa. Tunamikaribishwa wote kwa Netcare Education dhahiri ya kuhitimu kwa darasa ya 2020 na 21.
Thank you very much, students. You made us proud. Honored guests, ladies and gentlemen, colleagues and friends, a very good morning to you all. On behalf of the Netcare Education Faculty of Nursing and Ancillary Healthcare team, it is my pleasure to welcome you to this first virtual graduation and prize-giving ceremony of 2020 and 2021. I would like to extend a special word of welcome to Dr. Shannon Nell, Group Director, Nursing and Nursing Education, Dr. Neba Nzwaiba, Group Director, Human Resources and Transformation, Ms. Mandy Topkin, General Manager, Trauma, Transplant and CSI, and Mr. Sanjay Kusal, Head of Development, People Development and Employment Equity. Then Mrs. Bridget Poxon, Regional Nursing Manager for the Coastal Region, the hospital and nursing managers, special guests, and most importantly, our graduates. Today, ladies and gentlemen, is a day of celebration and should be remembered as a day of great joy. Graduates, congratulations on all your success. I'd like to extend our very best wishes to you for a fulfilling future in nursing. We are extremely proud of each and every one of you and your achievements. And to the family and friends of our graduates watching these proceedings virtually, a very special welcome. We are especially honored to have you joining us today to celebrate the graduates' success. This event is all about you, our graduates, your achievement, your future, and the many sacrifices that you have brought to come to this day today. It is with pride that we pay tribute to all who have participated in this tough journey, and we can say that it has not been without significant challenges. However, together we have come through it, and it has contributed to our growth and learnings. I have learned through many years that things in life that are really challenging and tough are often the most worthwhile and contribute to our personal and professional development, even at the time when it may not seem as such. The last 2 years have brought about many changes and challenges in Netcare Education, Faculty of Nursing and Ancillary Healthcare for all our staff, the hospital-based academic staff, as well as our students. As we transitioned from offering legacy qualification programs to the long-awaited new nursing qualification programs in 2020 that are pitched at the higher education level, whilst dealing with multiple curveballs of the COVID-19 pandemic. Rapid implementation of digital emergency teaching and learning, clinical suspension of our students, just to mention a few. But despite all of this, today we are still privileged to celebrate a virtual graduation. What a wonderful occasion. I salute also our academic staff and management for the passion and commitment to their students, to nursing, Netcare education, and to our graduates as well for completing successfully their programs, as well as their contributions to caring for our patients in trying times. Netcare Education has been the leading private nursing education institution in South Africa for the last 32 years. And in the last 20 years, we have trained more than 45,000 nurses in Netcare and South Africa. For me, it's not only about how many people we train, but how many of our graduates really have a passion and commitment to continue to grow in the journey of lifelong learning and a profession of nursing. How many will contribute to uphold the values of care, compassion and competence within the ethical boundaries of our profession, and who will ensure delivery of patient-centered health and care and meeting the healthcare needs of our country, while at the same time enjoying a rewarding career as a nursing professional. With many firsts, like the virtual graduation, we are also excited to graduate our first cohort of the auxiliary nurses, as well as the biggest number ever of registered nurses for the 2020 and 2021 group in the 32 years of our existence. We are graduating in total today 1,428 registered nurses. I think that deserves a round of applause. For 2020, the numbers are 1,210, 2021, 531, and we can already see the impact of the phasing out of the legacy programs and implementation of new. And then there were 188 management development graduates as well, which gives us a total of 1,741 graduates for today across South Africa. To the graduates, education and training is something no one can ever take away from you. And by having it, you can enhance your own life as well as the lives of others by using it wisely. Education is also something that you could never have enough of. Graduating today may be your first or second step on the ladder of education and building your knowledge. Enjoy the climb. Your goals are only a few steps away. All the staff of Netcare Education are extremely proud of the contributions you have made at our campuses and hospitals during your education and training. And thank you for choosing Netcare Education and to study with us. I would like to leave you with a few words of wisdom, something that I like to direct my life by. It's the 4 agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz. The first one is, be impeccable with your word. Speak with integrity, say what you mean, and use the power of your word in the direction of truth and love. The second one is, don't take things personally. Nothing others do is because of you. What others say and do is a projection of their own reality and their own dream. Number 3 is, don't make assumptions. Find the courage to ask questions, to express what you really want, communicate with others as clearly as you can to avoid misunderstandings, sadness, and drama. With just this one agreement, you can completely transform your life. And I think this one is very important for us in nursing, is that we must not ever make assumptions. We need to make sure that we're clear in understanding what we are studying or what we're doing for our patients. Make sure that the communication is clear and that you uphold your side of this deal. The last one, and I think very important, is always do your best. Your best is going to change from moment to moment and situation to situation. And under any circumstances, be it difficult or good, always do your best and you will avoid regret. I trust that those 4 principles will add value to your life. It certainly has made a difference in mine. I wish you all a very happy and enjoyable morning with the Netcare Education team. We are delighted that you could have joined us today to celebrate your successes. Ladies and gentlemen, it now gives me great pleasure to introduce to you Dr. Neban Zwaiba, the Netcare Group Director of Human Resources and Transformation, to do the Netcare address. Ladies and gentlemen, Neba.
The Chief Executive Officer of Netcare, Dr. Richard Friedland, Managing Director of the Hospital Division, Mr. Jacques Duplessis, Group Director of Nursing, Dr. Shannon Nell, the Manager for Faculty of Nursing and Ancillary Healthcare, Mrs. Toy Vermaak, Senior Leadership of Netcare Education, teaching staff, clinical facilitators, and hospital management team, parents and loved ones of our graduates. It is an absolute honor to stand in front of you today to celebrate the great success of our colleagues who have achieved one of the greatest milestones in life, and that is to be subjected to a process of knowledge acquisition and emerge victorious as graduates and carriers of knowledge. I stand to deliver this keynote address on behalf of our Chief Executive Officer, Dr. Richard Friedland, who could not be with us today due to some urgent matters. Dr. Friedland is very apologetic that he could not deliver this address himself, and I must say I do feel privileged to speak on his behalf today. As we celebrate the incredible achievement of each and every one of the 1,741 graduates that will be conferred today, I am reminded of the wise words of the former British Prime Minister, Winston Churchill, who once said, "There comes a special moment in everyone's life, a moment for which that person was born. That special opportunity, when he seizes it, will fulfill his mission, a mission for which he is uniquely qualified. In that moment, he finds greatness. It is his finest hour." These words are so fitting today, as it is certainly one of your finest hours, your hour of greatness. Our hearts are filled with pride and we are beaming with joy at your outstanding achievement. The journey has certainly been very long, hard, and most probably filled with many challenges and memorable moments. We may never know fully what you went through in the process of acquiring this qualification. But what we do know is that a graduation is a testimony of your character. It tells us that each one of you is purpose-driven, that you are capable of setting goals, and that you are disciplined and dedicated enough to ensure that you achieve such goal and purpose. Your graduation also tells us that you are resilient and that you have an ability to work through multiple challenges and pressures of life, work and personal circumstances, that you can retain focus on the goal you've set for yourself. So today, we've gathered here to say to each and every one of you, usebenzile, uberekile, you have done very well. Dr. Friedland has asked me to convey to you that you are entering a profession that is presently being recognized globally on an unprecedented scale for its enormous contribution in society, particularly during this prevailing global pandemic. Never, ever, at least in most recent history, have nurses been recognized and appreciated to this extent. Effectively, every living human being has come to the realization that not even the most well-trained and most well-equipped military force globally can defend them against the invisible yet vicious COVID-19 pandemic. But you, the nurse, amongst other healthcare workers, have stepped in ways that are hard to describe and courageously stood on the front line to defend and take care of your fellow humanity during one of the most traumatic, deadly, and lonely moments in history. We salute you with huge respect, and we are confident that you will continue to claim and uphold this, your rightful position in society and at Netcare as a central person in the delivery of the person-centered health and care that is digitally enabled and data-driven. From all of us here in the Netcare family, we salute you and we say congratulations. I thank you.
Thank you very much for your beautiful message in recognition of our graduates and nurses. It's much appreciated. We will now move to the virtual awarding of the qualifications. And during this very special process, it's also fitting that we will have some special messages from our directors and managers to our graduates.
The following higher certificate is awarded to students who successfully completed the higher certificate in auxiliary nursing R169 of the South African Nursing Council.
It gives me great pleasure to introduce to you Dr. Shannon Nell, Group Director, Nursing and Nursing Education. Welcome, Shannon.
Good morning, honoured guests, colleagues, graduates and loved ones. It is my distinct honour and pleasure to be able to share this painstakingly planned and wonderful event with you all. Please allow me to start by expressing my appreciation and grateful thanks to each individual who played any role in the teaching and learning of our very precious students. This includes every encounter or experience, be they positive or negative. It is what enriches our lives. The time, effort, and care shared is what has brought us together today. This achievement has taken place in an unprecedented period of COVID-19 that has absolutely ravaged our society, our communities, our workplaces, and our families. This Heritage Month should cement the fact that we are all from the same human race. Let us be kind and compassionate to all, as we do not know what they are going through. Never has the function of a nurse been more critical and necessary. Never have so many people needed a nurse to be available 24/7. And nurses have responded freely and bravely. To the graduates, congratulations and well done on your phenomenal achievements. Thank you for choosing nursing as your career. Continue to learn and to make a difference every day. I'm so proud of each of you. I'm humbled to be in your presence. I salute you. But most of all, enjoy this special day. Thank you.
The following diploma is awarded to students who successfully completed the bridging course leading to registration as a general nurse R683 of the South African Nursing Council in the 2020 academic year. following diploma is awarded to students who successfully completed the bridging course leading to registration as a general nurse, R683 of the South African Nursing Council in the 2021 academic year.
It gives me great pleasure to introduce to you Ms. Mandy Token. Mandy is well known to all of us. She's the manager of trauma, transplant and CSI. Mandy, thank you for taking the time to share some wisdom with us.
Dear graduates, it's an honor to be able to address you today. My proud journey in nursing started in 1981, long before most of you was born. So there must be special in nursing career that has kept me proudly a nurse for 40 years. You have chosen an amazing career, one that will never let you down. No matter what you have to do, your skills as a nurse will always ensure that you have a plan to be able to fix what you have to fix. You have graduated in the most horrific times that man has experienced. I know this. I've been busy with COVID since February 2020, when we first heard in Wuhan that there was something going on. I see how you've been caring for patients in hospitals, and I know how difficult it has been for your families. And yet you have the resilience to graduate. Isn't that amazing? So I think that standing here today and graduating is for you the most phenomenal experience and the most phenomenal involvement that you have had in your career. And I think that in 20 years, when you look back at COVID, you'll actually say, can you believe we actually graduated in the most horrific time that man has experienced? I know that there will be times when you will lose patients, and sometimes you will save, or mostly you'll save patients, but there will be many times when you lose patients. And many of you who are so young here today, graduating, have already experienced death and dying in such extreme circumstances as the COVID period. You've seen people die. You've been working in units when people die. And so you know that you can't always save everyone. But the actions that you perform as a nurse yourself, okay, will make a difference to people's lives and will change the future. If you nurse a father who is able to go back to his family, who is able to provide money and sustenance for his family, and those children grow up to graduate as professionals, you have changed their lives. If that father is treated poorly and doesn't survive because you haven't given the medication on time, or you don't do special things on time that need to be done, and he dies, his family may land up as a family in poverty, and those children may never grow up to graduate into something special, and so you have made life worse for an entire family. When I started out as a nurse, I was asked if I had a few words that would shape my future in nursing, and these are the words that I have used for almost 40 years to guide me and to say who I am and what I want to achieve. If I can make a difference to one person at a time by ensuring care that is sensitive, professional and caring, and the best, and done to the best of my ability, then I will have done my job. And if you can provide care that is sensitive, that is caring, that is professional, then you will have done the job to your best of ability. I urge you not to take shortcuts. Sometimes we learn from other nurses who are specialist shortcut takers, and then we don't provide the care that we should provide. We're thinking we're doing our best, but we're not. I urge you to be attentive, to be professional, to be caring, to be sensitive, to be person-centered, and to be scientific. Special people are nurses, and you need to be driven. And mostly, you need to be proud. You need to hold the pride in your heart that you have achieved and you are a nurse and you have studied. It is one of the most sought after professions in the world. We know that during COVID, people recognized that if you didn't have a nurse, you had nothing. It is the first time in nursing career that the specialness, that the necessity, that the professionalism of nurses has been recognized. It's the first time in our careers that people have stood outside our hospitals and have lauded you as nurses. You need to know that. You need to understand that. Today, you have graduated. I'm so proud that you're joining my 40-year career. I'm so proud that you're able to provide to my patients person-centered health and care. Congratulations, everybody. Love you lots. Bye.
I'd like to introduce to you Sanjay Kusal. He's the head of People Development and Employment Equity. Thank you, Sanjay, for sharing a message with us today.
Good day, graduates, family, loved ones, colleagues gathered here today. I'd like to say, Siani Bangela to our graduates. You did it. Wenze Gahle. You are now part of a broader family of Netcare alumni. I'm hoping that we'll be tapping into you from time to time as we seek to freshen up our content for future generations to come. As you celebrate today, I'd like to ask you to pause, reflect, and think about your experiences, both positive and negative, that you shared during your journey as learners. But most of all, embrace it. I truly believe that you now have the skill set and the network to transform into the type of leaders we're much needing to build an inclusive South Africa for tomorrow. A heartfelt thank you to our educators, support staff at Netcare Education, coaches and mentors for guiding and supporting our learners along their way. You are truly our unsung heroes, and today I would like to salute you as well. Our programs delivered through the various faculties at Netcare Education are envisioned to build the competencies that will help you drive and lead a person-centered health and care experience for our people embedded in compassion and empathy. I am confident that through our MDPs, you now have the skill set to transition from managing of self towards managing and leading teams, either by coaching and leading for success. The cornerstone to every new global healthcare leader is to have the competencies such as a calling towards service leadership, the flexibility to drive change, the ability to communicate effectively, and the resolve to think critically. I ask you to tap into your learnings, be it through the various discussions held in the classrooms, your reflective readings or prescribed readings, or even your action learning programs which you've presented. Tap into these learnings and make them your own as you move into this new space. Take pride in how far you've come, but have faith in how far you will be able to go. You have the tools. Remember, there's no script. Now make a difference. I'd like to say, Upile Njalo, Siyabonga.
Thank you, Sanjay, for sharing a message with us today.
The following certificate is awarded to students who successfully completed the Unit Manager Management Development Program in the 2020 academic year.
Ladies and gentlemen, we now move on to the prize-giving ceremony. During the course of their studies, many of our students achieve significant standards of excellence, while some students excel. This part of the program acknowledges those students who have consistently excelled. Ladies and gentlemen, the outstanding results of our prize winners would not have been possible without the consistent and dedicated contribution of both the campus and hospital-based academic staff. As we award these prizes, we would like to acknowledge and thank them for their ongoing dedication and significant contribution made to our graduates and the nursing profession. We will now announce the prize winners in all the different categories and ask them to come to the front and receive their prize. The first award is the In-Service Certificate in Operating Room Skills for Registered Nurses Academic Award. I now call upon Mrs. Bridget Parkson to present the award, please. Is bestowed upon the student who showed qualities of excellence and maintained the highest academic standard in the In-Service Certificate in Operating Room Skills for Registered Nurses. And the prize goes to a student from Netcare Kyla Hospital, achieving the highest overall average of 83%. Rihanna Elsa. Rihanna Elsa has passed the program with honors and achieved excellent results. The next award is the In-Service Certificate in Infection Prevention and Control Nursing for Registered Nurses Academic Award. I now call upon Dr. Shannon Nell to present the award. This award is bestowed upon the student who showed qualities of excellence and maintained the highest academic standard in the In-Service Certificate in Infection Prevention Nursing for Registered Nurses. This prize goes to a student from Netcare Kyla Hospital, achieving the highest overall average of 89%. Lindy Blom. I just want to mention that Lindy Blom has passed the program summa cum laude and achieved excellent results. Congratulations, Lindy. The Netcare Kyla Hospital Award for 2020. I now call upon Mrs. Nompumelelo Madlingosi, the Nursing Service Manager of Netcare Kyla Hospital, to present the award. This award is bestowed on a student employed by Netcare Kyla Hospital who demonstrated the most professional growth for the duration of the program. And the prize goes to a student from Netcare Kyla Hospital, Anel Botha. The nominee for the award has been nominated for her dedication and passion as a nurse. The student commenced her training in 2017 as a bridging course student. The candidate is a very quiet person but dedicated to do her best. It wasn't always easy to be a mom and a student, but she never stood back. The candidate was at all times very professional, neat, and always has a smile. She showed growth as an independent professional during her training. The candidate immediately commenced in ICU after completion of her training and is very passionate about the patients. The candidate lives out her Netcare values daily: care, dignity, passion, truth, and participation. She's also an example of the Netcare way. She always greets everyone with a smile. She wears a name badge. She's always well groomed. She washes her hands. She seeks consent in a friendly manner. She always says thank you and embrace diversity. The candidate is a true reflection of growth in the nursing profession, and she deserves the award for excellence. Congratulations, Anna. The next award is the Netcare Green Acres Hospital Rob Russell Award for 2020. I now call upon Mrs. Danielle Fattar, the Nursing Service Manager of Netcare Green Acres Hospital, to present the award. This award is bestowed upon a student employed by Netcare Green Acres Hospital who demonstrated the most professional growth for the duration of the program. And the prize goes to Lee Kelly Plaikis. Unfortunately, Lee Kelly could not be here today, so I'll ask Mrs. Fattar to accept the award on her behalf. But Lee Plaikis commenced her studies in Netcare in January 2013 and became a registered nurse in 2019. This student has shown enormous growth and dedication in her professional role. Her commitment and passion is visible in her interaction with patients and fellow colleagues, even more so during the COVID pandemic, where she has shown initiative and drive as a newly qualified registered nurse, stepping up to the plate to care for her patients. She's showed resilience and strength in her daily activities. She's a role model and lives out the Netcare values in all situations, and her humble nature is valued by all. Congratulations to Lee, and thank you, Mrs. Fattar. The Batupele Netcare Education Award of 2020. I now call upon Mrs. Jacobs, the academic HOD, to present the award. This award is bestowed upon a student who was placed in a public hospital for work integrated learning, who best epitomizes the Batupele principles within the hospital and the campus environment. This prize goes to a student from Livingston Hospital, Awonke Nosipo Nguduka. Awonke was a student placed at Livingston Hospital for her work integrated learning. She was very professional in her conduct with her patients and multidisciplinary team. This student has all the qualities of a true nurse at heart. She showed true compassion and lived the Batupele principles to the letter. She will be a great asset to the profession wherever she goes on a professional journey. It was a great pleasure by the campus-based academic staff to mentor the student from her first year until her fourth year. Congratulations, Awonke. I will now award the Netcare Education Campus Managers Award for 2020. This award is bestowed upon a student employed by Netcare or placed in a Netcare hospital for work integrated learning who best epitomizes the Netcare core values both within the hospital and the campus environment. This prize goes to a student from Netcare Kailo Hospital, Janae Laurentia Whiteboy. I just want to say something special about Janae. Janae is hardworking, reserved, humble, and a thoughtful individual. She can be seen as a true nurse living out the values of the profession in every aspect. This is evident in how she interacts with her peers, seniors, and patients in the clinical environment. She will carry the torch of nursing into the future, shining brightly. Congratulations, Janae. The next award is the Auxiliary Nurse Excellence Award for 2021. I now call upon Mrs. Toy Mark to present the award. This award is bestowed upon the student who, in accordance with the South African Nursing Council Regulation 169, successfully completed the highest certificate in nursing, leading to registration as an auxiliary nurse, and obtained the highest overall clinical and theoretical mark for all formative and summative assessments obtained during the 1 year of education and training. And the prize goes to a student from Livingston Hospital, achieving the highest overall average of 76%. Althea Levendaal. I now call upon Mrs. Madeline Gorsi to present the Netcare Kylo Hospital Award for 2021. This award is bestowed upon a student employed by Netcare Kylo Hospital who demonstrated the most professional growth for the duration of the program. The prize goes to a student from Netcare Kylo Hospital, Veronique Adams. The nominee for this award has been nominated for her dedication and passion as a nurse. The student commenced her training in 2018 as a Bridging 1 student. The candidate is very dedicated and passionate about her profession. Although she went through tough times during her training to be a mom and a student, she never complained. The candidate was at all times very professional, neat, and always has a smile. She showed growth as an independent professional, especially in the Bridging 2 year, despite difficult times with her health during training. As a very young registered nurse, she takes responsibility and do her work with passion. The candidate lives out her Netcare values daily: care, dignity, passion, truth, and participation. She's also an example of the Netcare way. She always greets everyone with a smile. She wears a name badge. She's always well-groomed, washes her hands, seeks consent in a friendly manner, and she always says thank you and embrace diversity. This candidate is a true reflection of growth in the nursing profession, and she deserves the award for excellence. Congratulations, Veronique. Call upon Mrs. Fatah to present the Netcare Greenacres Hospital Rob Russell Award for 2021. This award is bestowed upon a student employed by Netcare Greenacres Hospital who demonstrated the most professional growth for the duration of the program. The prize goes to student Evelyn Lanka, who unfortunately could not be here today. So in her absence, I ask Mrs. Fatah to accept the award on her behalf. Evelyn's journey in Netcare started in January 2015 as a Pen 1 student, brand new to the nursing fraternity. Since then, Evelyn has grown to become the registered nurse she is today. I want to give an example of a performance appraisal she received in a Bridging 2 final year from a unit manager who said, "It was an absolute pleasure to work with Evelyn Lanka. She is one of the most hard-working and eager students I had pleasure to work with for some time. She's welcome back anytime." This student has shown an enormous growth and dedication in her professional role. Her commitment and passion is visible in her interaction with patients and fellow colleagues. She has been a consistent performer and is able to work independently, yet maintaining professional relationships with fellow students and hospital staff. She's a role model and lives out the Netcare values in all situations, and her humble nature is valued by all. Congratulations to Evelyn, and thank you, Mrs. Fatah. call upon Mrs. Anastie van Rooyen, academic staff member, to present the Barto Pele Netcare Education Award for 2021. This award is bestowed upon a Netcare student who was placed in a public hospital for work integrated learning, who best epitomizes the Barto Pele principles within the hospital and the campus environment. This prize goes to a student who was placed at Doranginza Hospital, Burjet Kapank. This student truly acted out the Barto Pele principles in her workplace during her training as a bridging course student at Doranginza Hospital. While her peers worked in other hospitals in groups, she was the only student allocated at this hospital. She was very committed to her work as a student, even though she was married and a self-funding student. She was one of the students that always excelled theoretically as well as clinically. She always put the patients first, spending more time with the patients, even if it meant that she had to work after hours and wait for her husband to pick her up after work. She is very humble, polite, friendly, and always smiling, portraying courtesy to her patients and customers. She was a very hard-working student and was always praised by her seniors. Congratulations, Bridget. I will now award the Netcare Education Campus Managers Award for the 2021 group. This award is bestowed upon the student employed by Netcare or placed in a Netcare hospital for work integrated learning who best epitomizes the Netcare core values both within the hospital and the campus environment. This prize goes to a student from Netcare Greenacres Hospital, Evelyn Lanka. Evelyn truly was an exceptional student, hence why she is receiving 2 awards today.
What a time to be alive. What a time to be a frontline worker. What a time to be a nursing student. If there is anything the last 2 years have taught me, is that life is precious and should never be taken for granted. How fitting for a nurse who is trained to protect and preserve life. 2020, the year of the nurse. And little did we know that nurses surely would be at the forefront of it all. The pandemic really put nurses back on the radar, being under the spotlight, testing our abilities and skills, proving to the world that no matter what the conditions nurses are faced with, we are able to adapt and be successful while doing it. We ask for a moment of peace over the souls of our fallen heroes and patients that have lost their lives along the way. The past 2 years haven't only tested our abilities and skills, it has proven to be a time for nurses to show the world what we are truly capable of. It's been a time of growth and development, a time of transformation, and we have stood up to the challenge and we stand here today tall and proud. I personally couldn't be more proud of the profession I have chosen. Being a nursing student during these unprecedented times, learning has evolved from contact classes to online learning, and you Netcare Education students have shown magnitudes of resilience. You put your faith in Netcare Education to guide you and trusted their amazing capabilities of remodeling ways for us students to continue with our respective programs. And yes, there have been challenges along the way, but with your commitment and Netcare Education's dedication to providing us with world-class learning experiences, we have been able to accomplish so much. Through this, you have needed to show commitment, accountability, and responsibility, and you have done just that. The results have been outstanding. Your continuous dedication to your studies has awarded you your graduation, and we congratulate you. We salute you. Our hope is that you will carry with you the priceless experiences and knowledge you have obtained through Netcare Education, and not only make us proud, but make yourselves proud too by being the trusting, compassionate, and reliable nurse that this pandemic and Netcare Education has nurtured you into. On behalf of the Student Representative Council, congratulations to you all once again.
We will now move on to the lamp lighting ceremony. I now call upon Mrs. Bridget Porson, the Regional Nursing Manager, to join me for the lamp lighting ceremony. Mrs. Porson, it is my privilege to hand these newly qualified registered nurses over to you. Please accept them into the hospital division. These nurses have demonstrated the values and ethics required for the nursing profession. They are passionate about their new chosen career and have demonstrated the ability to maintain the dignity of their patients whilst caring for them. They have willingly participated in maintaining high standards of care and clinical governance, and have learned at all times to maintain their integrity and speak the truth. I have full confidence that they will keep the light of the nursing profession burning brightly.
Thank you, Ronelle. I gladly accept these newly qualified registered nurses into our hospital. May they apply their knowledge with wisdom and caring, and at all times place their patients first.
I now ask for all the award winners to join the graduates in front of the venue, keeping social distancing.
The meaning of the lamp. The lamp in your hand is the symbol of those who keep vigil over the sick. It is the symbol of the philosophy of the nursing profession that those who nurse should be a light unto others. It indicates that you are prepared to develop your profession and to practice it in the light of the sciences, which are the building blocks of medical and nursing sciences. It confirms that you are prepared to carry out your professional acts in accordance with the legal and ethical codes of your profession, and that you are prepared to care for man in his uniqueness with knowledge and compassion. It is the symbol that indicates that you are prepared to be the following for those who need your help: the eyes of the blind who are sick, the power of movement for those who cannot move, the hands of those who do not have the strength to care for themselves, the comforter of those who are alone or grief, the nourisher of those who cannot eat, the protector of those who are helpless and those who are vulnerable, the mind of those that are unconscious, the one who has to ward off the hazards threatening the sick, the intermediary between the doctor, other members of the health team, and the patient, the advocate of those who have health problems. It confirms that you as a professional nurse are prepared to submit to the discipline of your profession. It serves as proof that you are prepared to serve as a role model of your profession. I give you the awakening call of nursing. Let the oil of knowledge and of love always ensure that your lamp burns brightly.
I call now upon Dr. Nell and all prize winners to come forward to take the pledge. Dr. Shannon Nell.
Will the graduates kindly repeat after me? I solemnly pledge myself to the service of humanity.
I solemnly pledge myself to the service of humanity
and will endeavour to practice my profession with conscience and with dignity. I will maintain by all the means in my power the honour and the noble traditions of my profession. The total health of my patients will be my first consideration.
The total health of my patients will be my first consideration.
I will hold in confidence
I will hold in confidence
all personal matters coming to my knowledge.
all personal matters coming to my knowledge.
I will not permit consideration of
I will not permit consideration of
religion,
religion,
nationality, race, or social standing
or social standing
to intervene between my duty and my patient.
to intervene between my duty and my patients.
I will maintain the utmost respect for human life.
I will maintain the utmost respect for human life.
I make these promises solemnly,
I make these promises solemnly,
freely,
freely,
and upon my honor.
and upon my honor.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Nell and graduates. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Netcare Education, I wish to extend our sincerest thanks to the following people. Dr. Richard Friedland and the Board of Directors for your continued support and commitment towards training and education in Netcare. Dr. Ngeba Nzwaiba, Group Director, Human Resources and Transformation, for your continued support. To Dr. Shannon Nell and Mrs. Toy Vermaak, thank you very much for your commitment and leadership towards education, training and development. To all our campus and hospital-based academic staff members who are involved with our graduates, thank you for your dedication and commitment. We cannot do it without you. We would also like to extend our appreciation to the nursing managers, unit managers, and all the nursing staff for their contribution to the graduates' education, training, and development. We want to extend our appreciation to all our hospital managers, HR managers for their support and cooperation. We also want to extend our appreciation to all the graduates' families, parents, partners, husbands, wives, children and friends for your support and commitment to them during their training. A special word of thank you to our program manager, HOD, administrative staff and the rest of the campus team for all their assistance and support in preparing for graduation. A special thanks to Netcare Marketing Division for our beautiful new look. Thank you to our providers, Image Factor, Heaven's Edge, Templar Industries, Leah Draping, PE Flowers, and Two Pairs Deli for their contribution to the success, as well as Netcare Greenacres Hospital who sponsored the tea and coffee. Last but not least, to all our graduates, we congratulate you and offer our sincerest wishes for a very bright future. May you seize the opportunities ahead of you. Embrace the challenges in your career with a positive attitude and continue to learn, grow, and develop as a nursing professional that will always keep the total health of your patients as your first consideration.
By the powers vested in me, I hereby declare the ceremony closed. Can the audience please rise for the national anthem?
Chama